오늘 제가 해볼 게임은 셜록 홈즈의 유언장이라는 게임이고요. 2012년에 발매된 게임입니다.
What's this? No. Bow bow. Boop boop. La la la. Ooh. Oh, look! It's a book! Maybe it's a book about pirates with a treasure map. No, I don't think so. I wish that I had seen through all your lies. Oh, start from the beginning, not the middle. And so I decided to pick up my pen to relate the most disturbing episode of my life thus far.
It all began early one morning in 1898 when Sherlock Holmes invited me to accompany him on a visit to the Marquis of Conyngham.
Watson, my dear fellow, we can now go and inform the Marquis that we have found the Samoan necklace, and very much faster than Inspector Baines, too, which pleases me.
Have you really solved the theft, Holmes? And so quickly?
I have indeed, Watson, and believe me, it was completely unnecessary to spread out all over London, as our friend Baines thought was best. He likes to boast that his methods are equal to mine, but once again the outcome has contradicted him.
After all these years of accompanying you upon your investigations, I thought that by now I should be reasonably capable of following your train of thought. But in this particular case, I must admit that I don't understand anything at all.
Ah, you see, but you do not observe, Watson. There lies the difference. It is a matter of course.
A matter of course? In the middle of the night, when everyone is fast asleep, the service bell within that room rings out and alerts the servants. They dress quickly and come running, but the door is locked and there is a strong smell of burning from within. A few seconds later, the master of the house himself, the robbed Marchioness's husband, the Marquis of Conyngham, arrives and unlocks the door using the sole key. A fire has started inside the room, but they have managed to arrive in time to put it out. It is at that moment that the Marquis realizes that the famous Samoan necklace, which had been safe within its glass cabinet only a few hours earlier, has now disappeared.
In order to explain, let us confirm my theory before the arrival of Inspector Baines.
This window was cut with a diamond, a clean, discreet piece of work. This is where the necklace was.
See how tiny the hole is, and not one fingerprint upon the window.
지문조차 없다고 합니다. 조사를 마치면 단서 아이콘은 초록색으로 변합니다. 근처 창가로 이동시키세요. 우선 모드로 들어가려면 클릭.
All the windows are locked. They've not been forced.
창문은 모두 잠겨 있었다고 합니다. 그리고 유리에
A mark undoubtedly
흔적이
made
있네요.
by a diamond. Someone tried to cut the glass, but he was interrupted.
Therefore, the thief tried to escape through the window, but he was interrupted.
다이아몬드로 하려고 했으나 미처하지 못하고 도주했죠. 굴뚝으로 가면 돋보기 위에 손바닥 아이콘이 있는 걸 확인할 수 있습니다. 클릭해서 손에 넣으세요. 돋보기 내놔. 마우스 오른쪽 버튼을 누르면 창구를 열 수 있습니다. 플레이하는 도중에도 중앙에 있는 마우스 휠을 돌려서 창구 안의 아이템을 활성화시킬 수 있습니다. 이렇게 돋보기를 할 수 있다는 거죠. 피아노 근처 바닥에는 앞보들이 흩어져 있습니다. 창고 안의 아이템을 선택하거나 마우스 휠을 움직여서 아이템을 활성화시킬 수 있습니다. 돋보기로 피아노 근처의 앞보를 살펴보세요.
Let us examine the crumpled scores that have fallen off the piano.
무슨 단서가 있을까?
These sooty prints were left by a tiny
검은소름한 흔적.
I don't understand why these music scores
앞보가
are
탔다는
covered with
거죠.
soot.
R을 누르거나 마우스 가운데 버튼을 누르면 1인칭 시점으로 전환됩니다. 오, 1인칭이 된다고요? 이게 더 낫네요. 왼쪽 시프트 달리고요. R을 누르면 포인트 앤 클릭 모드가 됩니다. 마우스 왼쪽 버튼을 클릭해서 원하는 지점으로 캐릭터를 움직일 수 있습니다. 이런 식으로. 전 이 시점으로 할게요. 스페이스바를 누르면 셜록 홈즈의 육감이 활성화됩니다. 활성화된 육감은 발견하지 못한 단서를 표시합니다. 이렇게. 자, 이제 방 안에 있는 다른 단서들을 찾아보도록 하세요. 여기가
This draft screen makes an ideal hiding
숨을
place.
수 있는 곳이군요.
As the theft was committed at night, I conclude that the thief hid himself behind the draft screen and waited until he was alone in the room. Strange, there aren't any prints.
하지만
Yet I'm sure that the
숨은
thief
흔적이
hid
없다고
here.
합니다. 그러면 여기 뒤에는 숨지 않았다는 거네요. 그럼 어디로 갔을까요? 어항.
Not very well kept, this aquarium. I can see a
물고기 한
dead
마리가
fish
죽어
floating
있어요.
on the surface.
예, 물고기 한 마리가 죽어 있죠. 한번 다른 데 돌려봅시다.
These documents are
테이블에는
not very interesting, even though they're addressed to the Minister of Maritime Affairs.
The
잡다한-
Marquis himself.
잡다한 문서가 있다고 합니다. 뭐야, 이거 총가?
A candle. It must have fallen from the chandelier.
여기 위에 샹들리에서 떨어진 양초.
Footprints. You are not going to get on your knees to examine them.
There is no need.
거긴
It is
엄청 나와
soot.
있는데요.
The servants must have trodden in it while they were putting out the fire. The chest wasn't opened. The necklace wasn't in it.
보관함이 열리지도 않았고요.
Strange. There are some objects here that have been knocked
물건들도
over.
쓰러져 있습니다. 자, 과연
Heading towards his chosen escape route, probably the window, the thief knocked over the
의자가
stool,
넘어지면서
which then caught fire.
But
벽난로에
why
불이
didn't he
붙어버린
try to
거죠.
put the fire out at once?
불은 끄지 못했고. 그게 뭐지 이거?
The fire started here, just beneath the bell pull.
이게
Whoever
경고기구나.
pulled the cord would have had his feet in the fire, unless it was pulled before the fire started.
What do you think, Holmes?
Let us search the room before the police get here. We might throw some light onto all this.
문.
When the servants arrived at the door, having been alerted by the bell, they saw evidence of the theft and the fire,
막상
but they
도둑은
didn't see
발견하지
the thief.
못했습니다.
This door is very hard to force. The Marquis is the only person to have the key. The thief could not get out through here until eventually, when the door was opened by the servants.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, you're already here.
Good morning, Inspector. You've arrived just in time.
Scotland Yard arrives like the cavalry,
경감이구나.
always in the nick of time. Ah, but I know that satisfied expression, Mr. Holmes. Have you already solved the case?
It's possible.
We have retraced the thief's rather unusual footsteps. He is a true acrobat. But what I cannot understand is that when the servants entered the room, there was no one to be seen. An acrobat, perhaps, but an invisible one? I do not think so.
The only explanation is that the thief escaped before the servants arrived. I don't know how, but there is no other way.
Half a point for the doctor, nil for the inspector.
I am pleased to see that you
50점,
find the
그건 뭐
situation
빵점.
amusing, Mr. Holmes. Very well then. Explain.
Dr. Watson was correct when he mentioned acrobatics, but he is mistaken about the nature of the acrobat. As for you, Baines,
하인이
you're quite
들어왔을 때도
incorrect, as the
도둑은
thief was
방
in
안에
the room
있었다고
when
합니다.
the servants entered.
누구야 도대체?
Explain, for heaven's sake, Mr. Holmes.
Watson, how could a thief be missed in the middle of 8 men?
I don't know. Because he is very small? Stop teasing us, Holmes.
Exactly, because he is small and remarkably agile.
You're thinking of a monkey?
And a trained monkey at that,
아.
without a doubt. A Leontopithecus
원숭이
from Central America.
보기기. 아.
The animal had been hidden inside the room for several hours, calmly awaiting the signal from his master. Once night had fallen and the room was empty, a high-frequency whistle alerted the monkey
그렇게
it was
일찍
time to begin the
훈련을
procedure
받았구나.
for which he had been trained. The monkey emerged from his hiding place and used the point of a diamond to open the glass cabinet and steal the necklace. He headed across
목걸이를
to the window
훔치고,
by the chimney, but knocked
그리고
over the stool,
여기로
which in turn
올라타서
knocked aside the fire guard
창문으로
and
나가려
started the
했는데
fire. The frightened monkey jumped from the chimney by swinging from the bell pull, thus
그래서
alerting
도망치려고
the
했으나
house
못
servants.
도망갔다.
He then went to the window and began to use his diamond to cut a hole, but was interrupted by the staff trying to gain entry via the door, and he panicked again. He ran across the piano, scattering the music scores
피아노로
onto the floor
달려가고
before hiding inside the
앞보고
chandelier,
흩어지고
knocking over a candle.
여기로 올라타면서
Finally,
양초가
the
떨어졌군요.
servants and the Marquis entered the room, leaving the door open while they put out the fire. It was during the confusion that our
그리고
agile
숨었다가
little thief
해결되고
made his escape through the
이쪽으로
doorway.
도망갔다고.
As simple as that.
A brilliant explanation. Bravo,
목걸이는
Holmes.
털린 거야
And the
그냥?
necklace?
I can see it from here, my friends. It's right in front of us.
We have searched the room from top to bottom, Holmes. How were we unable to find it?
Because we paid insufficient attention to the only victim of this affair.
What victim? No one is dead?
Yes, Watson, a poor goldfish whose destiny was to die, crushed by one of the most precious necklaces in England.
The aquarium is just beneath the chandelier. I understand.
The little monkey had likely hung the necklace around its neck and lost it when he leapt from the chandelier. The jewels fell into the aquarium where they remain now.
뭐야 갑자기 뿅 나오는데? 마술이었습니다. 따란딴딴딴따란.
Marquis, here is your necklace, intact, just a little wet.
Mr. Holmes, this brilliant demonstration does credit to your reputation.
Thank you so much, Marquis. Do you wish to verify the authenticity of your jewel?
No, I recognize it. I have spent many hours admiring it, you know.
Good. I will return it to its box and...
Inspector, a bank has just been held up. You must follow me at once. Orders of Scotland
그 와중에
Yard.
또 은행의 강도가
Times.
Sirs, duty calls. My regards, Marquis. And well done again, Mr. Holmes.
There, the necklace is in its box. We've lost enough time here. Let's go home, Watson.
Ah, very well, as you wish. A good day to you, Marquis.
With pleasure, gentlemen. And once again, thank you.